Where'd you go? Yo. So now, do you guys like bananas as well?
Hayi bo, wemanko, wenzani ngazo zonke lezi impukanela?
Oh, hi, Henrietta. They just came to visit.
Ukuthi mina ngiyazidla impukane.
I know, Henrietta, but they have some interesting stuff to tell us. Apparently, so please, don't eat them.
Oh, uzoba nenhlanhla nje ngoba angilambile namhlanje.
Yeah, did you know that there are over 120,000 different species of flies in the world, Henrietta?
Ha! Ngempela, bengakwazi lokho mina.
Would I know any of them, Mr. Fly?
Awuthi ngikubuze, uyayi-understanda yini fly talk, manko?
A little bit. There's a lot of buzzing involved.
Okay, ngiyabona kusho ukuthi wena wazi ukuthi nje ziyabhaza nje kuphela.
Oh, that is the house fly, Henrietta.
Ziyathanda futhi ukuhlala endlini, manko.
Exactly. Their fancy scientific name is the Musca domestica.
Oh, ngiyabona. Wathi ngikubuze so nawe ufuna ukungitshela ukuthi you are good ukukhuluma i-fly talk?
Oh, there's a message from Miss Green, Henrietta.
Hayi, ngiyayibuza ukuthi uyayithanda yini yena impukane.
Yes, Henrietta. Let's just check the message.
Oh, kulungile.
Dear Team Green, flies are an important part of nature, even though they can be annoying. A South African scientist has been doing research on all the great flies, and he has discovered a way for flies to make the world greener. Today, your mission is to use Eye on the World to learn more about flies. Good luck, Miss Green.
Yo!
Mnganami, lana kuzoba imission emnandi ngempela.
Oh, yes, Henrietta. I love to meet scientists.
Nokuthi zona banolwazi olukhulu kakhulu futhi angithi.
Yes, and they are very good at knowing how to save the world.
Ngiyazibuza ukuthi wena ama-scientists yini kahle kahle abayaziyo ngey'mpukane.
Oh, Henrietta, he probably doesn't know as much as me.
Hayi bo, manko, what do you know wena kahle kahle?
Flies usually only live for 30 days.
I'm sure he knows that, wena manko.
Oh, Henrietta, flies grow from larvae, which look like little worms.
I'm sure futhi nalokho uyakwazi futhi wena manko.
Well, let's go see the genius scientist then.
Hayi bo, musukuphazamiseka manko. Msho ngithi yena kade sebenza ngakho lokho.
Great, cool. Now let's check the research center.
Kulungile. Hayi.
Namhlanje sivakashela umuntu onolwazi, oliyisinzulukwazi, scientist.
Hi Team Green, my name's Jason Drew. I want to tell you all about the fly and how our scientists have shown how we can use the fly to save the world. Most people think the fly is just an annoying pest that ends up in your coffee cup. Actually, a fly plays a vital role in nature itself. It breaks down waste, it breaks down animal manure in the fields, and of course provides a natural food source for birds and for fish. So the fly, just like everything else in nature, is vital to our ecosystems. The fly can be a green friend. Everyone thinks that flies are dirty, and they can transmit dirt between a poo in the field and something you're eating at home. But what's really important is the larvae, so the eggs of the flies, and when they hatch, they are nature's disinfectors. They break down the waste and they disinfect it so that we can live in a much healthier planet. They are definitely a green friend for the future. People wonder how the fly has helped us through the years. It's helped us in medicine, it's helped us in space, and now helped us create food. Can flies help solve crimes? Yes, they can. Where somebody perhaps has been killed, you can tell how long ago they were killed by how many and what types of flies are on that body. So flies are used in science to solve crimes as well as to help fix our future. What are my top 3 tips for saving the world? First is, of course, is to use less. So don't use things we don't need. You don't buy things you don't need, then you don't waste things. The second thing is to recycle. We take it for granted to recycle our tin and our paper and our plastic. We must recycle more and more. Of course, what we're doing is recycling nutrients and waste nutrients using our flies. The third thing is a lovely idea. If you're a regular user of the internet, go and have a look at something called ecosia.org, ecosia.org. Every time you use that green search engine, money gets donated to reforesting our planet. So it's just like any other search engine, except it's a green search engine.
Wow, flies are useful.
Na futhi a-taste kamnandi futhi.
Okay, Henrietta, you crazy bird.
Hayibo, I'm not crazy. Iy'lwane ey'ningi zidla impukane.
I think I know a poem about flies and eating them.
Kulungile-ke wena uzoba impukane bese mina ngiba ispider.
Okay. Knock, knock, Mrs. Spider, are you in? Oh, what a lovely web you spin.
Hello, Mr. Insect. Uzizwa kanjani namhlanje? The web I spin is a trap for you.
Oh, no, Mrs. Spider. Now I see. If I come in, I'll be your tea. Goodbye.
Here comes dinner.
Henrietta, I think we should find out more about agri-protein project that Dr. Drew was talking about.
Ha, umbono omuhle-ke loyo mngani wami.
Exactly, Henrietta.
Especially njengoba umngani wakhe ebhizi endiza nje angithi.
Exactly. Yes, they gave me an idea.
You
They
know-
are very proud of the project
Why kodwa manko?
because they are a big part of it.
Usho ukuthi impukane zona zi-useful.
Yeah, exactly, Henrietta. Don't sound too skeptical.
Hayibo, that is very surprising wena mngani wami. Kodwa hayi sizobona-ke ukuthi yini inkinga kahle kahle.
Okay, let's get started. Learning some good things about them for a change.
Kulungile-ke wena mngani wami. Awungitshengise iy'nto ezinhle ezizenzayo impukane.
Okay, to the research center.
Kulungile-ke.
So this is the process about how we go about recycling our waste. In the cages here, you can see flies, and what they're busy doing is mating and laying eggs. The flies like to lay their eggs in dark areas and in small crevices, so we've designed this special apparatus here for them to lay their eggs in. You can see the flies here laying their eggs in these little straws, because that's what they like in nature, a dark area and a small crevice in which to lay their eggs. This is where we grow the eggs and get them from the very small eggs and get them to hatch. This is our hatching area. These tubes that you saw earlier in the cages have come out of the cages and are now being hatched in a water and temperature controlled environment. The white lines you can see around here are the eggs that have just hatched into very, very small larvae. When they get a little bit bigger, we'll put them onto the waste food sources, which you'll see in a moment. The eggs we saw just back there were just hatching, but they were too small to put in the waste. Now the eggs are a little bit bigger, we can put them into these waste troughs here that you can see, and they can begin to get rid of the waste. The waste we're looking at here is apple peelings from an apple factory. What you see here is the small larvae eating and taking in all this waste. And as they make the waste, they also make fabulous compost, which we can put back onto our gardens. But what we want is these little wriggly larvae that you can see here, because that is what chickens and fish would naturally eat, instead of the fish that we're taking from our seas. So every time we take 1 kilo of these and feed it to our chickens and to our fish, it's 1 kilo of fish we don't have to take from our seas. The larvae then wriggle over the side of the trough like this when they're dry, and that's when we harvest them. These ones are wanting to find dry areas so that they can pupate. But actually, this is exactly the moment that we want to harvest them and feed them to our chickens and fish. The larvae that you saw earlier have simply been dried now in a drying machine, and this is the finished product, almost finished product. What we now do is we put those into a milling machine and grind them up, and we make different types of pellets for different types of animals.
You, Henrietta, do you agree that the flies can help people?
And every little bit counts when among.
Ooh, lol. They provide compost, which will be really, really good for my bananas.
And futhi ngiyavumelana nawe ukuthi they are very useful when among.
Well, it took a while, but I'm glad you sent the dirt, Henrietta.
And I agree that every animal can turn the world greener.
Yeah, bo. Maybe there are some other insects that are useful for humans.
What is bigger good research science? Angithi?
Lol. Of
Lol.
course, Henrietta. Now pay attention.
Intuthane ukuqoqwa kukadodi. Inyosi ukwenza uju. Imvemvane ukuthwala ipollen. Ukulawulwa amagciwane ayingozi. Iladybug ukuvikela izitshalo kuma aphids.
Ew. Huh? There are so many little things that make the world a greener place.
Na futhi impukane ibalekile nazo njengale izilwane ezinkulu nabantu futhi.
Yes, because they are very little bit counts.
When we are saving the world when among.
And I think we need another poem.
And nginaye one ehlakaniphe kakhulu mngane.
Let's hear it.
I don't think most flies are too clever or wise.
Yes, they get stuck in your ears and they crawl in your eyes.
The dirty the windows, the dirty the wall.
And they don't seem to have any manners at all.
But I do think that flies are the smartest flies around.
They can crawl up a wall without sliding back down.
And if you decide to go walking outside,
They sit on your back and enjoy a free ride.
yeah.